Hello. Just trying to get this up and running. Let us see how this works. So this should work right now, but it's not. It's so strange. Streaming is an art. That's what I've learned. Alright, let's lower that. Alright. For the people that are here, do you hear music? Or how's the audio here? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. So when I was testing, you could hear it, but right now it's not coming up. I don't know why. Yes, Psycho, I remember you. I see you. Of course. Do you happen to hear the music or no? That's what I'm trying to figure out in this moment. Because what I will have to do is try this. Okay. That seems to be working now. Alright, perfect. So if that's too loud or anything, just let me know. Figuring it all out. There's still no music? Even after I just changed that, or? I don't think you guys have a cooldown in chat either. Oh, Empress, why am I always quiet? Why is this still a problem? Alright, so the only thing is, in here I can tune myself up very easily. So we'll try this. Okay. Alright, that should work now. So my KVK will open in 13 minutes. Right now I'm just on the restart, trying to drain some AP before it begins. Because, you know, once it begins, I'm going to be there for at least a couple hours. Gotta chain, gotta do crystal mine stuff and all that jazz. So definitely going to be curious to see how many people who tune in are new, because I'd imagine a lot of you don't even know what things like crystal tech are, which is kind of crazy. I'm good, how are you? Yeah, I don't know for any of you SOC people that are here from my main kingdom, they added this to the early kingdoms, where you could actually choose Ragnar and Caesar from our LMGs. Nah, I've got 5 marches on my main. What are you talking about? I'll be doing probably 3 chains at a time, and then 2 gem farms if I could find them. Empress, this sounds like a you problem. Gotta be honest. For everyone else, is this quiet? For everyone listening, do I sound very quiet? Okay, is this better? Is this any better? No, I know. I'm gonna random TP around. I'll switch to my main in a second. Okay, perfect. So I can lower it or raise it very easily when I'm in OBS. I was having some Discord issues. but OBS seems to be fine. Yeah, Empress, I don't seem to have a way to fix it for Discord. But for some reason, well, I can change the decibels in OBS. That's why it's a lot easier here. But I don't know. So who was asking to see my speed ups on this account? Someone was saying that. Oh, I see. All right. Yeah, Psycho. Ready? It's not really a great reveal on this account. But what you'll see, my resources have improved. I will be doing a restart video pretty soon on this. And then speed ups, I'm now up to 140 days. So that's pretty good for my free to play. I honestly don't chain and whatnot on this account that much anymore. I've been very busy lately. How is Alliance mobilization? It's okay. I actually didn't realize it was about to end. We were slightly less active because what happened is we had a couple migrations during it. You can see down here. Oh, I didn't realize I put a delay on the stream. That's okay. Looks like it's about 20 seconds, 30 seconds. But yeah, you can see here we had some people not do it. Also people here. I think these two both migrated. So, and I think Kakashi either quit or migrated. So it is what it is. I don't really mind too much. I'm really not stressing this account and being, you know, the peak I can be that much, just because it is more about trying to show off and feel the experience out for free to play than it is anything else. We'll just try this. Yeah. So yeah, it's really just about kind of seeing the experience of a free to play nowadays. Things like this, which is kind of crazy. I don't know if anyone from my main this year, but you've never seen this before if you haven't played a restart anytime soon. It's a pretty cool event. It's kind of a shame we don't have some version of this because it is fun. You don't really get much that's good, but it's fun. It's enjoyable. And with 8 minutes to go, I'm gonna wait till right after reset to go back to my main. But yeah, you can see I'm kind of... Oh, whoa. I didn't see this. Oh, it's just a typical event. Nothing new. Alright, that's boring. But yeah, I did my Soroli. We got MGE upcoming with, you know, weird Ragnar. That's never existed before, to my knowledge. So that's pretty neat. Then you've got this cool event. As well as Supreme Throne, which I believe is new. I never played with this. But it's so funny, like, how much would be different if when I whaled up back in the day, you know, I was tier 5 KVK 1. I didn't even have Flux. Flux wasn't around back then. So, you know, I would have saved 10%, which is kind of crazy to think about. But, you know, that's what comes with time, right? That's kind of normal. So, for now, I'm just kind of barbing. I see you. Relax. But yeah, it's just, it's all good time. Oh, I just realized you guys can't see my chat. That's funny. I had to panic for a second. But yeah, so that's kind of my plan. You can see, again, I'm doing pretty good with speed ups. I'm hoping to do a pretty big push on this account once I get king buffs and whatnot. You know, let's open this. I am dying for a blueprint to work towards. That's kind of one of my big issues right now. I'd really like to get... Oh wow, I totally forgot to send out that I am live. Let me do that right now. Whoops. That's a dumb thing. Let me send the message out into the Discords. Frank, you don't happen to be here, do you? Because there's your commands, the way it's set up is so hard to read. Or maybe it's because I am... Oh, hey, I got a purple blueprint. I didn't realize that. I didn't even look at the screen. That's hilarious. But yeah, it seems I can ping, but I can't see anything in Discord, so that's okay. Um, that's funny. Let me message that, and then we'll go from there. Yes, all right, we are in business here. So yeah, I just got a purple blueprint, which is kind of hilarious. It's not really a good one, so I'm not, jumping for joy or anything. But something that is really crazy, especially based on my prior experiences, I suppose, is if you take a look at my commanders and my martel, I have gotten so many from the tavern. It's so wild. I'm literally what look at this. I haven't put a single gold head, as I just showed, and I am almost at 5211 without a single MGE, right? I didn't get any from MGE. So it's pretty amazing. But yeah, so that's all cool. And I will be pretty much going straight into the KVK, doing my tech, buying stuff. You know how it is. 3, 2, 3. All right. Perfect. All right. Thank you to my leader. Alrighty. Let us move on from here. Why do you think I'm lucky? So you said I'm so lucky. For the purple? The equipment here? Also, if there is a chat delay, let me know and I'll remove it. Because there's only supposed to be one for non-subs. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna craft this. I don't think it's better than Windswept. I'll take 2.5% health and the movement speed. But yeah, why don't the only reason I'm waiting to go is because I don't want to oh, the CM. Yeah, the CM's crazy. The CM is crazy. It's so wild how many I've gotten from the tavern. And I always think about it, and I mentioned this earlier, but like, if this was my main back in the day, when I was like VIP 12 before I even jumped and all that stuff, I would have went nuts with this count. I would have done so much more in KVK 1 than I did. But yeah, it would have been a good time. That would have been fun. But yeah, now I'm just, about to go in 2 minutes here to my main. And that is when we will kind of take that deep dive. So it's exciting for me. Very excited to go on my main. Off season, which you'll learn in SOC, is very relaxing because you go from the brutal KVK you're on for several hours straight, fighting wars, to I want to sleep. And that's kind of the mode that we've been in, of just relaxing and chilling out. So I'm very, very happy to finally be back in KVK. Waiting on my lovely kings, Empress and Orc, to finally send their Diplo message out before I talk about it. But it sounds like we're in for a hell of a KVK. There's been all sorts of nonsense so far. And, we are quite literally not even in Zone 4, and there's been so much nonsense. So that only spells for fighting and fun, which for me is a good thing, right? So let me send out some gatherers, and then I will get going. Thank you. Hopefully, I always hope for good fights, and I kind of expect to get them. I mean, alright, I'll give you some context, right? So usually you go to a kingdom, you get a little bit of time, you try and build up some resources, you have the right speed ups, and then you do KVK, right? So I decided, because my king decided to or not decided, but managed to convince me, I decided to go straight into a KVK with them. I migrated in 1 minute before, or not 1 minute, 1 day before pre-KVK, Alright, let me just do some quick things. And I quite literally did 1 day of farming and then figured out the resources because my king was very nice to give me some from the bank, and I went straight in and I fought. I had a great time. They gave us a really good fighting KVK. Can't complain there. But yeah, we're just kind of gonna do the dailies super quick while the main is pretty much loading, because what you'll learn in this game, if you don't already know it, is nothing happens when it's supposed to. So that's kind of fine, right? Let's do research, books. I would recommend most people do the same thing here, but none of this is really too dire. This is like almost indebatably, like, this is a noob trap. Take the equipment keys. This is not really important. Unfortunately, we didn't get this in the A. So let's take that. But yeah. And we're gonna now swap over. I'm gonna be testing something here that I don't know how this is gonna work out. So hopefully I don't expose myself here. But if I do, that's okay. It's not a big deal. Still learning it all. So you can see here's this is everything I manage, right? You have 1 farm for the restart, 4 that I'm pretty active on for the main. We're gonna go over here. So as we go over now, I get to enter KVK, which for those of you that don't know what SOC is or don't know anything about it, you'll get to see. I see you, little tiny Lou. I see you there. The answer is yes. The answer is undoubtedly yes. Alright. So. Wow, that is laggy. What did I just say? Use 38 crystal chests? Oh, right. So you get a bunch of crystals. This is a little complicated. You can see a little intro cutscene. Sorry guys, I'm skipping it. And we could teleport into the KVK map down here. We're in Wessex. So I believe it takes a random teleport, but that's fine. Let's see where I am. But yeah, now I'm here. Oh, see a little cutscene. I've only played this KVK style once. Oh, this is torture. I want to play. Let me go. Come on. Free me. Oh, you can't skip this? This is terrible. Alright, whatever. Well, you're gonna have to suffer with me, everyone. So, tough luck. But, alright. So, basically this KVK is, you're supposed to be Britons versus the Vikings. That's basically how it is. Yep, it is time. This is, I believe, the equivalent of a barbarian camp. It's just the Viking themed one. You can see it's pretty cool looking. You guys almost get a cinematic cutscene here. That's kind of funny. Oh my god, this is torture. I just want to start my crystals. Oh my god, let me free. Oh, if any of you SOC people know how to skip this, please let me know. Because this is, I just want to build my crystal mine. Oh my god. Alright, so for those of you that don't know, this is the equivalent to the temple in Home Kingdom or the ziggurat in most KVKs. It's basically the goal, what you're trying to take in the end after a Kingsland fight. And you will also notice that I let my AP bar fill up because I wanted to have max AP to get crystals. And if you don't know what crystals are, by the way, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer these basic questions about KVK. Crystals specifically are SOC. So this is also, you may not know what this is. This is the state forum. You get stuff like this. These aren't any good, for me at least. So very cool. It's the armament system, which is well hated in this game. But that's fine. Let's see, I'll trade it in. Alright, so now we look at this stuff. And this is the fun stuff, right? Look at this, these are the crystals. All this fun stuff you will be watching me do. Buddy, there's no marauders. I just like say you need to do marauders now. There's no marauders. Alright, so first step, and I wouldn't do marauders even if there were, right? because, you know, I want crystals from the normal bars. So let's start. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me build the mine. There's a whole bunch of new things in this KVK now. Not these crystal mines and research. But if we go here, you have this event. I'm not going to do any of this on stream because I need to make a video about it. But I can talk about it. I'll show it off. You can see all sorts of cool stuff. Oh, is this open already? No. So I have to wait for that to do that. But there's this thing called Home Gang, which is basically a 3v3 Sunset Canyon. So that'll be fun. I get to set that up pretty soon. Yeah, Marauders aren't in KVK anymore. They tested that out, and then pretty much everyone said, what in the world, this is terrible, because they didn't add crystals to it. You know, you would never choose to do it over crystals. Yeah, it'd be pretty stupid, honestly. So yeah, now we're in KVK. There's a lot to do. But yeah, I'm gonna get started with grabbing things. Stratagems. Actually, I probably shouldn't open that on stream until I know what it is. But yeah, so we're gonna get right into this. Basically, I'm just gonna upgrade all of this. I don't really have an issue of speed ups on this account, which I should probably show off. For those of you that haven't seen my account, because I don't even know if I've done an overview now that I'm thinking about it. But you can see I have some resources. It's not that many actually in terms of like most big accounts, but I don't really have an issue with resources right now. My farm also has more that I didn't grab. You can see my speed ups. This is more than enough for this KVK. You can see I have 1,300 research days, but that's going to get traded in one of those events that I just showed off. I will talk about that in a video. And yeah, you can see I have a whole bunch of keys, a whole bunch of flux that I'm going to be using, a lot of coins. And yeah, so basically I'm just going to keep on grabbing things as we go. And I'm also going to start grabbing some bundle type stuff. I'm just going to skip those. Oh, I'm ready to fight. I cannot wait for fighting. I've probably annoyed my kings to no short degree with how much I am talking about fighting. Oh, I should switch to this. So they dropped a fort. I will send a march. I also highly recommend everyone create a rune march if you haven't, for those of you that are new. I actually don't think I have the right formation on that, which is kind of embarrassing, but you know, he will help build the fort. That's fine. Wow, why is no one pressing help? That's alright. But yeah, let's go do some fun stuff, right? This is what everyone's here for. So let's grab this right away. Already getting some good stuff. That was all this. More good stuff. There's a lot of good value in KVK, and this will be pretty similar for you guys in KVK 1, minus the crystals and a couple other things. There's some new bundles as you go too, like this you don't have, this you don't have, but that's because you also don't have that system. Totally different system, right? So let us keep the upgrades going. Now we're going to also, you can see I'm VIP 18, right? So there's a bunch of different things that I have. Some of you probably don't. You can see I get things like 3 gold heads. But yeah, so we're just gonna keep on keeping on. I think I can help build, right? Or no, I have to wait for them to join coalition. KVK is always very odd when you first start because you aren't in the same coalition, they're called, which is basically the thing that lets you, oh, nice name. But it's basically the thing that lets you build each other's stuff, garrison each other's stuff, all that good stuff. Like this name, it's one of our infantry garrisons. I think it's hilarious, so I'll give that a heart. But yeah, so am I going to go full crystals? No. I'm actually not even close to being a rally garrison lead, unfortunately. I probably shouldn't open those. That's okay. But yeah, I'm not even close to being a rally garrison lead. We can talk about my account you can see I do have some good stuff here, but it's very far from the best stuff. There's also some refines and stuff I could change. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing Crystal Tech. I don't know the details, but from the rumors that I hear, we're going to have a lot of fighting. So I do want to invest a bit in that, which I will be doing. Wow, look at this. That's crazy. That is so crazy. I can exchange that to get things like this, right? And this is, at this point of the game, you don't really care. You don't want to trade all your research and building in because, you know, let me just show it off quick. Whatever. But you'll see that all these are more tech that resets every single time. Things like more damage, things like you could instantly send troops back, increases hospital, heal for cheaper, things like that, right? So we're just going to keep buffing these along. And yeah, so we'll just keep grabbing the crystals. 4.6 mil. I don't know. What did I do that got me that much? I'm not sure. That's one of the funniest parts of being, you know, of grabbing bundles and stuff, is things just happen and you have no idea how. So another thing that is a good tip is starting this immediately. You can see people do, and they get to the top tier, starts their generation quick. I don't even care. That's good enough. Puts me at rank 89. Yeah, you can see all my stuff here. I have quite a bit. We will, you know, none of these are needed for me. I use ashes, so just max that. Peter Sickle is decent, but I don't need it currently. We'll just do that. That's fine. And I'm actually not going to send my attacks in case I need to do bastions, which are, let me show you off some bastions. Oh, nice. It dropped right next to it. So these are bastions, which essentially give you better generation of crystals in exchange for these quests. Can't grab it until you have territory next to it, anyone in your coalition. So I will be maxing these pretty quickly here. But yeah, so you know, to recap, I'm not going to max Crystal Tech because I'm not a rally garrison lead. I don't have the armaments for it. I don't have the equipment for it. So that's fine, right? You're also talking about to max Crystal Tech. It's not a cheap endeavor. It's not something I can do. So that's fine. I mean, it's not like I am really going a cheap route here, right? Look at this. So that's fine. And the next thing I want to do is the Crystal Quest. But that'll just come with time. So, but yeah, if you have any questions about who we are fighting, you can see all these enemy kingdoms here. If you have a question about what is KVK, I'd happily answer that too. Literally anything, just ask away, right? So just let me know. Oops. So first we're going to start with this. We will grab you. Right? We're just going to keep it going here. Grab my crystals, put the crystals straight into this. But yeah, if you have any questions about the matchup, if you have any questions about the account, I will answer anything and everything. So what I really want to do, and I won't do this because I know my kings will get mad at me, but I really want to take a rally. I would love to test my Xeno ISS. I know it's so outdated and garbage, but I really want to test it. But that's, you know, I shouldn't. That's a bad idea. None of you should be taking rallies. Don't listen to me. But yeah, we're just going to keep pushing this on. We will be pushing... Oh, gotta remember not to open that. I'm so used to opening that. I will have to learn the new tech a tiny bit. Luckily, as I keep mentioning my kings were, you know, helpful enough to post a little guide for that. So I'm going to take a look at that as I go on a separate screen. Also, if you like this music or don't like this music, let me know, because I'm totally testing. All this is like, you know, first stream ever, right? So all this is super testing. I don't really know too much about it. In terms of the streaming, it's very much so like, let's get it going. but you know, I hope you stay with me here. And I've got all these events going on that I have to figure out what the best thing to do is. I'm going to be impatient. You know, it used to be you just do that without thinking. It's irrelevant. Who cares? Just spend the speed ups. But nowadays, because you have this event, one man's trash, another man's treasure, you really do want to exchange some of this stuff because you can get free stuff. Okay, good. I'm glad the music's fine. It's a nice mix of music in there. Right now I'm keeping it quiet too, so I thought that would be better for a non-fighting stream. Let us send out a march. Oh, it's funny, I'm right next to this bastion. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, we'll just send out a march. The other thing you'll notice, and we'll test a little bit, you and I together, is barbarians are way stronger in KVK. So part of that is because they expect you to have crystal tech, which I will. So that's not like a problem for me, but right now I haven't done any tech. I'm also trying CC QSH just for the hell of it, really. But what I'm probably gonna have to do is swap to like even a Richard, but we'll see. I honestly don't have a set march. Zeno is low-key a good one. You could do something like Martel if you take this, the heals, right? Then you could try to get some rage regen on it. This isn't even chaining. Oh, I'm getting scouted. But this isn't even really chaining. Obviously, you guys know that. Pretty much everyone should know what chaining is. Oh my god, wait a second. Why is the old graphics on? Why is there... Does this KVK not have new graphics? Oh, that is so weird. That is so strange. I haven't played with the old graphics in a really long time. Okay, well that's chill, I guess. These look so weird. I'm so used to the new graphics. Alright, well, that's fine. But yeah, so you can see these are the zones, right? This is zone 5, so this is where we're going to fight in on September 11th. You will get to see that. I will be streaming it for sure. And then after that, we will go to altar fights right in here, which is like a 2-hour fight. Basically just like a death match. Everyone gets one march. Then it's a pass 7 fight. You fight over pass 7 to enter each other's zone. And then, yeah, you can go to Kingsland after. Yeah, honestly, I cannot stand the old graphics. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people really say... a lot of people hate the new graphics. But I am a lover. I am a lover of the new graphics. I cannot stand the old graphics. So it's a little surprising. I mean, it's weird too, because I can't recall when the new graphics came out, but the KVK came out like a year ago. So you would think, considering it came out like a year ago, which is pretty recent, it would be not a problem. I'm in Kingdom 2877, so you can't actually see it anymore because it's the KVK ranks. But yeah, you got some big guys here. So these are the people we are fighting with and fighting against. I have to wait to read the King's Mail. I don't want to do it on the stream. A lot of people hate the new graphics, but I think a large part of it, Franklin, is that they are so used to it. You know, this game is what, 5 years old? So when you've been playing for 5-6 years, you kind of get used to things. That's so funny, by the way, because I was looking at my city, like, this looks so grainy and odd. Same with the bamboo. Now I understand why. It's the graphics. So this is pretty much a low AC KVK, to my knowledge. I don't know if I don't have 2 scenes set up. And that's one of the problems I have going on that I'll figure out in the future with streaming. But I do have a picture of the matchup, but I don't believe I can show it. It is in my matchmaking video that I made, I think yesterday or the day before. But yeah, I don't think I can show it off. Which, maybe I could figure this out on the fly. Let me see. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, let me try and pull this up for you guys so I could show this off and talk about it. Yeah, I'm working with the 3 monitor setup here. So, oops. Well, I meant to try and drag that over. That's fine. Oh, is this the big guy? Oh, it's one of the big guys. Yeah, it's a work in progress right now. I don't quite have it all figured out. I'll probably also teleport again. Something that you guys may not know if you are new is that you can't do teleports like you would normally do. So to show that off, see, you can only teleport in territory or use randoms. So I would really like to get a better barbing spot, but you can't do that without doing a random teleport right now, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, so I may give up on showing you guys the matchmaking for the second, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't think I can show you guys without setting up an entirely second scene, but I really want to figure that out. So maybe in the background I'm going to keep doing it. Yeah, this is it's King of All Britain, so it's basically, see here. Oh. Sorry, I don't know what that was. You can see there's a whole ocean. That's basically just nothingness. Literally the only part that well, it doesn't matter at all. The only thing that it does create is basically a new mountain range. It's basically mountains, which you can use for, I guess, mountain hops in terms of going like this. But yeah, it's pretty useless. I don't really know what the point of it is. But this is a pretty weird map because let's talk about this, right? This is possibly where we're fighting, right, for Zone 5. So this space, pretty much this entire space, is all back forts because you're trying to lock up pretty much this zone, and they have the advantage of a defensive river here, but there's pretty much no point to this is a KVK. So what KVK is, if you don't know, because I see you asked what kingdom this is, KVK is a bunch of kingdoms thrown together. So if we go to kingdom overview, if it will let me. Oh, it's very laggy. But you'll see that there's a whole bunch of kingdoms fighting each other here. This is my camp with 2877. But yeah, it's 5v5. Oh, no, I don't know the allies right now. But it's 4 camps of 5 kingdoms, which is pretty crazy. It's so funny. Scouting is such a joke. Oh, he's scouting the fort. That makes sense. I thought he was scouting me. I'm conceited. Alright. But yeah, I don't know if honestly what I could do is just pull up my own video to show off the matchmaking. Yeah, so I am in Kingdom 2877, but as far as the map you are looking at, this is a KVK. This is a kingdom versus kingdom map. All that stuff that you're gearing towards, it's not this map, but it's a similar map. So I know you're in my restart kingdom. Let's see, I'm grabbing some bundles. But yeah, I'm gonna max both these buildings right now before anything else. And then we'll shift over to tech focus. And for now, I'll just let helps do it. See, I've got some keys. Could spend keys. Yeah, so again, 2877 is my kingdom. We got 5 kingdoms per camp. It's quite a bit right now. And yeah, so that's kind of that. Why do I put the chat at the side of the screen? It's a great question. Because I didn't figure it out. I could. I just have to figure out how to do that. Because part of it is I have the application, so I don't know if I can set that up like this. Like, what if I did? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I know how to do that well enough to set the chat up on the side yet. But I definitely will be doing that, so don't worry. That will be probably the next thing I set up. Honestly, I would have done that before, but I didn't think of it. But yeah, so let's do something here. I know you can't see. Just bear with me for half a second. Image. Grab this. Let us do image file. Apologies, everyone. Just give me half a second and I will have this set up for you. I'm just trying to show off the matchmaking because there was a question about that. I just have to save it. 1 second, everyone. Got it going in 2. Alright. 3, 2, 1. We are in business. Alright, so can you guys can see that? Once it's up and running. Alright. I don't know how to put this in. That's alright. I was playing around with the chat bubble and I messed it up a bit. No, I'm happy with my character right now. But yeah, so I don't know if Frank, if you're still here, but this music's a little too intense for not fighting. But yeah, Frank, I don't know if you're still here, but this is the matchup. I am in Wessex here. You can see the powers and the KP. We didn't do things like the deads in this chart. This was given to me. But yeah. Oh yeah, so you're still here. You can see the chart. It's fun. I'm hoping once I check the Oh, you know what? You guys don't have music because I switched scene. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna go back in a second. But you will see that we are Wessex. We may be fighting East Anglia in this zone, which is good for me. I'm happy about that. It's a better fight theoretically than this kingdom, or this camp, which is a lot less power. Let's get back to this as I keep upgrading. See, this, by the way, for those of you that are not free to play or are free to play, this is like pure therapy for my restart. After, being on that free to play for so long, it feels so nice to be here just doing this activity. It's all this fun stuff. Oh, it's gonna be fun. That's definitely true. I'm not interested in changing up my profile right now, but I do appreciate the message, the notion. But I'm quite happy with it for now, at least. I'm thinking one day if I don't have any plans of face cam currently, but I'm thinking one day if I shift away from that, maybe doing something with the icon. But what that exactly is, I'm not sure. If you're not gonna change it, why do you need the picture? I'll send it to you later. I'll let you play around with it. You can do whatever you want. Then I'll get to. It's not like you get the final say, anyways. So I'll get a look. But yeah, so these are we got some really good allies from what I hear in terms of our campmates. Our campmates are pretty great. But yeah. And yeah, I'm just chaining right now with CC and QSH. Yeah, he can take a stab at it, Frank. I don't care. I mean, at the end of the day, if I don't like it or don't use it, I don't use it. It's kind of not a big deal to me. But oh god, I really don't like this old graphics thing. I wonder if there's a way around that, or even if I could ask the team to give me, because I am in their creative program technically. I'm just the lower tier, so I do wonder if I can ask for the. Sorry, that music is killing my ears. I do wonder if I can ask for the updated graphics, just because, you know, creator privileges. But yeah, this is killing my eyes. I actually hate how this looks. The way this looks compared to the modern one is so different to me. Especially like stuff like this. They did a really good job revamping it. You know, it's funny you say I have billions of resources. I actually probably have a lot less than I'm gonna need. You can see this is my bag, my items, my total. I probably am gonna need a good deal more than I have right now. And that's just, you know, perspective. Oh, gotta stop opening my chat. But that's just perspective on how expensive a KVK is, for those of you that don't know. This is probably enough resources to get me through Zone 3. Zone 3, Zone 5. This is enough to get me through Zone 5, I would think. I also only do 3 to 4 marches. Well, you have 5 mil because it's a very different need. You know, back when this account was at your account's age, you know, I was spending it upgrading and I was 5 mil. So it's not bad or crazy of you to be at 5 mil. Don't think that's weird or unique. I mean, you probably saw if you were here, my restart when I was on it. My restart was on my restart was at like 5 mil. And would I ever do a restart project? No, because I joined the restart in what kingdom is that? What, 3873, right? I'm blanking right now. Yeah, 3873. It's a free-to-play restart because this one is... Oh, I clicked the privacy policy. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, I don't have any intention of doing another restart. I am happy with 73. I also barely manage both this account and that account. I always say account, you know what I mean, character, right? I barely manage this main character, its farms, and the other account's farms. So don't think I can ever take on another one without totally cutting off another one of these two. So I don't really have any intention of doing that either. I'm pretty happy with both 73 as a kingdom and my kingdom 77. But yeah, that's kind of the current plan. I think that if I did another restart, it would be as like a whale again. But in order to be a whale again, things will definitely have to shift a little bit in real life. So that's not realistic at all, which is okay. You know, I don't need 2 whale characters and a free-to-play character. It's a little bit excessive, don't you think? But yeah, is there anything you guys want to see in my KVK, in my matchup, or in, you know, my account, my gear, my armaments, anything? I could show anything off. Right now I'm just letting helps come in. I'll take a stab at this event probably later in a video. See my 1,000+ days here that I'm exchanging. So I am in a low AC KVK. I think it's low AC. Pretty much everyone's around 60 billion, the 4 camps. As far as what KVK is it exactly, it's a crazy 20 kingdom KVK. We just entered here. You can see it listed. Then yeah, I'll do real training later tonight probably, but for the sake of streaming and not losing focus of this and this, I'm not going to distract myself more than I need to. Well, thank you very much. Oh, I'm telling you, compared to the restart, this is like, it's such therapy. It's just a pop-up. It's like, oh, thank you for the pop-up. See you tomorrow. My gear? Sure, I can show off my gear while we wait. So, this is my cav gear. And you have to remember, right, all this is in the perspective of SOC. So while this may be crazy to some of you KVK1 people, this is honestly kind of decent, like in SOC. But this is my best set. And it has obviously great refines, but I'm missing iconic levels. You can see here. I did do a video on that, so you may know what that is. We'll go to my infantry gear. I actually have to look into this because I do have the Eternal Knight, but this is my current gear. I haven't put it all together well. I will be doing that probably in a stream the night before Pass 5 when war starts. So you can see my archers. This is kind of my focus right now. I'm going to swap into the mask here as soon as I get the KVK weapon, I believe it is, for archers. The dagger is also going to swap for the pendant, but every time I do my every time I send troops out of my city, it swaps it back. So I just have to change my presets, but all this will be done before the Pass 5 fight. So then you have my last cav set. You can see they're not iconic. I do have 3 crystals now, so I could do that. That just gives me base stats and all this stuff, which is very good. But yeah, there's a lot of gear that's great that I need to move around. This is like my city wall. I pray to God I never need this thing. But this is my city wall. This should have that on it just because. And then after that, you have a siege march that I never use. Yes, I wasted all these materials. Let's not talk about it. This is like a good setup, right? And my restart is going to be a siege main, so you'll see more real siege stuff on the restart. But I totally wasted a lot of gold and materials throwing this together. No reason. No good reason. And then I think I have a couple gear just laying around. This is kind of for sunset. It's got Trajan. I've got a couple of random pieces on Harold that just totally don't get used. So that should get put somewhere else. I don't know why this is on Harold. I haven't used a Harold primary in years. And then I think CC has my barb gear. I use this for barbs. I should put this on, but he's not in my city. That's okay. Why don't I take a rally? Because my kings will kill me. I would love to take a rally. I really would. But it is so bad for your account if you're not like a real whale. You know, I'm 85 mil, right? By the time I'm in fighting, taking, you know, rallies and fighting and filling flags, etc., I'm probably gonna be more like 80 mil than 75 mil. So rally will shred my city. Then after that, just got a random flag here, but I think that's it. I think that's all my gear. So that's not bad, right? It's not too bad. And I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with armaments. Oh, I would love to take a rally, Frank. I really would. But I'll have like 10 million penalty against my DKP. So I don't think that's in my best interest. I'd rather just, you know, do the right thing and keep going. You can see I'm adding to the list here. But yeah, I'm hearing really exciting things about fights and how crazy this Diplo has been, so get your tech ready. All this very exciting thing. But yeah, how's the stream? Is it too loud with anything? Is it annoying with anything? Yeah, Frank, you know, something interesting that I did when I was king in my kingdom, 2811 back in the day, that you may want to consider just if you're interested in more work. But I did a DKP bidding system for 1 MGE every off season. Just totally don't have to do this. I'm just kind of talking here. But basically I did a DKP was the points you earn, and instead of just being requirements, you could literally, I would host an auction, and essentially it would be like, you know, the best fighters have like 40 mil, the, you know, best garrison may have 50 mil from their DKP, all these sorts of things, right? And so everyone would just bid and bid. And yes, it does mean, oh yeah, you did it too. It's such a hard thing to run because you're free to play, your field fighters, they get no chance, so they don't really get to have the fun of a DKP system, like a bidding system. Yeah, you could bid in all MG. That's good. I mean, since the garrisons and the rallies get the most points, they're fielding 7 marches potentially. Well, you know, 5 marches, 2 in rally garrison, let's say. But they get the most points anyways, so it kind of works out. But my kingdom, this kingdom right now wouldn't really work well with that system, because there's a lot of really high-end numbers, I suppose is how I'll say it. Which all I'm trying to say, I suppose, is we don't have many people, but they're all amazing players for the most part. You know, I'm looking at you, Orc. No, I'm kidding. It's one of my kings. But yeah, so we have let's say 30 very strong players, all better gear than me, better armaments than me, etc. We are a quality kingdom over quantity for sure. I'll swap back for just half a second here. If you take a look at the matchmaking, 2877 is down here. You can see we're one of the lowest powers in the entire KVK. Can I make this any bigger? I don't know. Whatever. But what you can see is we have 300 billion KP, almost 310 billion KP, which for our power is, I think, by far the most, honestly. You know, some of these others are high 200s, which is good. This is low. But we are very strong. Yeah, well, as far as permanently online goes, we actually don't really do that because, you know, we both know what you're talking about. But what I like about that is we're a half, let's say, German, European, other, let's say, international, and then half American or so. Or maybe not American, but let's just say Americas. So the time zones you could get kind of a grasp of. And it's so fun for me because I play in the worst downtimes, or I used to. We did recruit, from what I hear, a bunch of people that are in our downtime, so that shouldn't be a big problem anymore. But yeah, last KVK, I was just fighting in our downtimes, having a blast. Because there's nothing more fun than defensive battles. That's just my take. I think digging your heels in and even just cheeseburgering, if for those of you that know what that is, I think it's so much fun. And you know, when you do catch those weak marches that are like rally filling or garrison filling, and you just hop out and you wreck them. Let's see if I have a report I could show. Yo, welcome to the stream. Yeah, fighting in downtime is so fun. This is just a silly little AOO thing, I think. Yeah, this is AOO. But these are some of our rally garrisons from last KVK. Lovely, lovely faulty here. So yeah, you got some good stuff going on, right? But yeah, here, let's show talk about this. Where are we? Nevsky Arthur. See, I as many of you may or may not know, I missed like a year due to real life. So I have a bit of a meta behind. I'm missing Huo, which kind of killed my account. But you make it work, right? Look at this, all these AoE. Let's see if I could find that big KP1. Oh, maybe not. I'm not sure where it is. Maybe it's the first one. But yeah, something in here. What I expect it to be, I can't seem to find it, but is me hopping at a rally filler. Because I got a few reports last KVK of just like 100k sevs for them, just from rally filling or killing a rally filler. But yeah, we won our last KVK I was here for. I've only been here for one full KVK. But yeah, that was a good time. Let's see what other reports I got for you guys. Yeah, it's a pretty one. What is this? Not a bad one. Yeah, some decent ones in here, right? Kind of expected. I should have more of my own that I can show off. Oh, look at this. That's crazy. Let's just leave that on the screen for a second. Yeah, look at that. 266 million KP. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that's how I could do this. Hold on. Hold on. So if I go to this one, shouldn't this have... whatever. I'm getting distracted. Let's keep the stuff going here. Yeah, I've got some mean reports saved in there. All from last KVK. So this should be a pretty sick KVK. The one thing we don't do as well as some other kingdoms that I'll say is we only have a handful of farm filling people, which is good but not good, right? Because ideally you have as many farm fillers as you can, but it'll also weigh heavily against your matchmaking. So, you know, it's a mixed loaded gun, if you will. And I'll just keep on getting this up. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of my try-hard KVK, I'll say. I'm definitely going to be pushing my tech further than I did in the last one. And as soon as we get Bastions, I need to start that. You know what? I really want to see that King's Mail, so I know the Diplo. All right, do you guys want to find out the Diplo with me? Because I can ask my kings to find out if I can open that on stream or not. And if not, I'll just read it off stream at some point and tell you guys what it says. But otherwise, let me know if you guys want to see that King Mail that probably has our ally and enemies in it. I'll take a look. Just let me know. Otherwise, it doesn't really change what I'm doing right now because I'm just kind of boosting my power as I keep doing this. So you don't actually gain power from this. Thank you very much. Come again. Thank you. Come again. All right. I think I showed this off, right? That I actually won a July short video contest. Got some gems, which is pretty sweet. My sunsets. This used to be my profile pic for the longest time, but I've changed that now. I did take this photo for whatever it's worth, but I took all those photos actually. But yeah, so we're just kind of chilling. I'm ready to show off anything you guys want. If you want to see armaments, I will say, you know, time is the biggest factor besides money for armaments, and because of that, thank you. I basically I'm very behind on the new formations, which is a bit of a, you know, issue. But yeah, we're just gonna keep on getting the bundles, getting all my crystal tech going. Oh, I also should do that. Oh, I have to grab the crystal quest afterwards. But yeah, it's good. I'm glad the stream is operating, right? I mean, that was probably my biggest concern, is that it wouldn't run. So that's kind of reassuring that it does run properly. But yeah, this is pretty neat. And I'll just keep this going. Sorry, I was just checking Discord there. There's so many technical things that you guys don't realize. I mean, I used to watch, and I still do, a ton of ROK streams. But what you kind of don't realize is how annoying it is, because you have to set up all the, you know, so everyone can't hear the Discord, but you can hear the Discord, and you have to be able to talk to the stream, but also not talk to the, you know, Discord at the same time. So it's a bit of a, you know, balancing act, but I figured it out for the most part. For the most part. Not exactly, but for the most part. And for those of you that just tuned in, I will be covering this event where you turn your speed ups that you don't need into days of other speed ups. I will be covering this probably tomorrow in a video tomorrow. I'm also debating if I want to stream not every day, but when I'm basically just hanging out, chaining, and just kind of making it a congregation place, I could do that. That's a bit of a debate that I'm currently wondering if that's something people would have any interest in. But yeah, for now I'm just kind of pushing this along. We're getting closer and closer. I'm gonna max it. It is something that was a question for me, if I should max it or put crystals into other things. Oh, all these bundles. I feel like I'm being spoiled. Yeah, it is funny. I feel like a totally different person on this account than I do on the restart, with those of you that are on the restart. Because look at this. I mean, I'm already down to just these. All this, right? I didn't get a single thing on my restart. But yeah, we're pushing this tech as high as I can get it right now. But the one thing you do have to be mindful of is it doesn't do anything for this. So there is a good chance I'm gonna hold off and maybe I'll throw, like, you know, a couple things into these. Maybe, right? Maybe I'll drop a little goldie. We'll see. But I don't want to not get that done but max my crystal tech, because I do need value. I'm not a whale anymore on this account. I am clearly, you know, dropping a little bit, right? But I'm not a whale. So that is a thing that I have to be conscious of. Because back in the day, there was a time in which I did, you know, whale a little. But yeah, so that's that. I'm pushing crystal tech. I'm gonna keep chaining once I get off stream, really. I don't think I have the attention span to do both streaming and that. But I do have a lot I need to change around. So for instance, another big thing here is QSH. You may be like shocked, because I talk about him all the time, even on Discord, but he's not done. I'm just waiting. I have gold heads for it. I have the gold heads to finish him, but we do expect a good Cav commander pretty soon, so I need to have that done. See, the helps got a little bit faster. Guess people got online. But yeah, I am just pushing everything along. Got almost 30,000 of these that I'll use. And there's like no use for them anymore nowadays, besides this lovely event they added to trade them all in. Oh, there's a limit. Look at that. Oh, that's huge. That's a big issue for me. I didn't know that. That's okay. Alright, so I'll have to start with these days, or sorry, these minutes, because I have 27,000 of them. Wish I looked at that earlier. I would have used them more to upgrade. This music's a tad loud. Looks like my mic's picking up the music. It's that loud. That's weird. Yeah, that's fine. If there's ever feedback that's kind of annoying, just let me know. Again, still figuring out the tech of it all. Alright, the crystal mine is finally done. Alright, so now with that done, I get to throw a bunch of resources into it. Oh, you know what? I don't think I've pressed help like once. I'm not helping people out. See, similar to the start of the game, where you may be an alliance that is filled with spenders, and you're like, why aren't they spending? It's because everyone's doing pop-ups like you've seen me do. Like, all of these these, every single one of these so far, besides this, so all these, they didn't get a single chest for, because they're all pop-ups, right? So that is something that's like still kind of a annoying thing in this game. Oh, come on, guys. How are we not hitting help? It's funny, everyone does quick help, and it still feels like people don't really get that right. That's alright. But yeah, so, you know, I've only been playing, well, not playing RFK, but I've only been playing, or doing YouTube for close to 2 months, I think now. Because I started, I think it was July 2nd or July 4th, something like that. Now it's September 2nd. So, you know, 2 months streaming. I think I'm up to something like 280 subs. Pretty happy. I'm actually quite happy about that. I think that... Ooh, look at this. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll throw some millions of resources there. Now we get this going. And we're all set. So I really do want to devote pretty hard into this KVK. Because I think that this is going to be a pretty deep fighting KVK. Holy shit. I just went from 12 viewers to 1. Oh, that's fine. But yeah, I think that it's going to be a pretty deep fighting KVK. And I don't really want to... Oh, I'm back to 12. Must have been a tech error. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, I don't want to be missing out on my tech, right? I think it's pretty important for a kingdom to have your field fighters also have tech. Because, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Damn, that was a mistake. But regardless, oh, you get universals from that. Take a look at my speed ups. You can see I still have 209 days of building. I do think that I'm not going to give much of my building speed ups to that event. I'm mostly just going to do the research, probably give something like 400, 500 days. I'll burn 400 days maybe. Because what you'll also learn is that these have very different exchange rates. So, for instance, not necessarily that, right? You get one for 1 minute. But these have different exchange rates. And so to get something like this, you're spending 6,000 minutes to get, I think, what is equivalent to 1,440 minutes. So that's like 1 to 5 or something. Terrible, right? This, on the other hand, is 480 minutes, 8 times 60. And you get 480 to trade for it. So this is like a 1-to-1 trade. Versus like, you know, 1 to 2 or 1 to 5, whatever it is. So there are certain things that are good, certain things that are bad. Like these you won't be touching at all, because resources aren't nearly the issue that speed ups are. But yeah, this is definitely going to be exciting. I also am debating what times to stream. That's like another big debate kind of going on right now for me. Is do I want to stream just literally whenever I have time, or just kind of at my own discretion of, hey, past opening, let's stream? That's another big debate for me. Kind of looks like they're building 4 drops into there for hops versus here. So perhaps that is the fighting. Perhaps it's these two. You know what? Let me ask my king really quick. I'll give him a little ping on Discord. Let me take a look. Or if you're in the chat, you can say something too, Empress or Orc. Where's this? But yeah, we're gonna take a look at the mail together if they let me. I know not everyone loves the idea of having so many streams in the kingdom, so I'm going to be as accommodating as I can. I'm going to be as accommodating as I can, right? Because, you know, they're kind of doing me the favor here. And different kingdoms have very different rules. Alright, I got permission from Orc. So let us take a look at the Diplo together. This is not Diplo. I'll start the next round of helps. Boom. Alright, and with that said, that should be my last bundle here. Do I want to get the flux for it? I probably will. That should be okay. Alright, let's take a look at this mail together, right? So I haven't read this yet. This is Diplo. 77. Time has come again. We're officially starting our KVK. In regards to allies and enemies, I'm sure many want to know. So before I go on, last KVK, we found out our allies, I think within 24 hours. This KVK, it's been like 5 days. So it's been so long. I've been pestering them like crazy. So after countless hours of exciting ups and downs, we've allied with Mercia, which is the west camp. Yeah, to our left. And we will be fighting EA, which is East Anglia, the eastern camp, and Northumbria. Make sure you get to push your crystal tech as far as you'll go. This will be a tough and bloody fight. We love the harder fights, and this is it. Yep. Please make sure, do not hesitate, ask Orc. Love it. Definitely will ask Orc. No, I'm kidding. I'm already in the Discord. But yeah, so with that said, that's pretty exciting. Let's take a look at the map again. And what you'll see, so that's us Wessex right down here. And Mercia, we're allying, I suppose, which is fun. So we will fight against Northumbria and East Anglia, which is great. I will happily fight the harder of the camps here. Because what that also does is if we do win this KVK, which is going to be really tough, but we're probably going to get the star if we win. So, you know, I will say that I did look at their last KVK data. I did discuss this in the video, but it's they're very good fighters too. So I'm happy to have them as allies. East Anglia does have very impressive stats though, so we'll see how it goes. It's definitely going to be a good KVK. Definitely not going to be anything short of lots of fighting, which is all I ever beg our leaders for. Just give me a fighting KVK. So, but yeah, that's kind of that. That's fun to now know the Diplo. Now, oh, not going to use that. We're going to start cranking up my tech now. It's about that time to crank up the crystal tech. Let us get the bundle. I was about to say, where's my bundle? Thank you very much. And now I've just maxed all the pop-ups for KVK. We'll start with this. I'm gonna do Cav. And I'm just gonna pull up on my other screen a guide that I have received from my lovely kings. I think I fall into mid spender. It's kind of hard to tell nowadays because I definitely don't stick to one just because it can be done by helps. I don't really care. Oh, March speed is the second one. Attack then March speed, huh? That's interesting. Didn't realize that. That is interesting. So it says I need about 38 million crystals. Is he gonna win? No, he's not gonna win. That's okay. Hold up, do I? I'll let him die. I don't really care. That's okay. I'm gonna chain anyways tonight with probably a Richard and QSH. QSH is so good for chaining, it's crazy. I'll just have to swap my gear over, but that's fine. But yeah, so now I've bought every pop-up. Every pop-up's been done. Can't wait to send this, by the way, in the Restart Kingdom where I'm free to play and just be like, yep, you guys got nothing. You get nothing from me. But yeah, so we're set up right now. We are set up. Keep the tech pumping. So I believe that I need to do these to 3. And then once these are at 3, I can go to the next tier. But I do a little bit of a freestyle while I try and figure out what is the best for um, my or what I think is best, right? Because there is a little bit of a discrepancy in terms of spend level. It's always tough to tell what is exactly your spend level for everyone. But what I really am pushing for is trying to get unit capacity up. Oh wow, look at that. They tell you all the prereqs. That is amazing. This is a brand new update. This is not new. Or sorry. This is a brand new update. This has not existed before. I wonder if I went to like this. No, that's too far back. Okay, so it's only for the next tier. They tell you the prereqs on the next tier. Super interesting. Super, super cool. Just gonna keep this going. Oh, chat went quiet. I guess little tiny Lou went to bed. That's great. He's someone from my Restart Kingdom. Seems very excited, very excitable. Yeah, I'm gonna skip the siege tech. Love that. Never used to be able to do that back in the day. I'm curious, how many people in here are just like, what the hell is crystals? What is crystal tech? I'd be very curious to hear how many people are just completely lost on what crystal tech is. Oh, Frank, what? Oh, right, you said that earlier, didn't you? For some reason, I thought you were not, Oh, what is this? Oh, yeah. They changed the name. Cutting Corners is a new name. Yeah, that's fair enough, Frank. I totally forgot you're overseas from me. You're like my kingdom mates here. Like my German kingdom mates. So I'm actually going to try not to do this. I'm going to do the minimum. Oh, they're already done. Get this going. But yeah, we're just going to keep pushing tech. It's maybe a little bit of a... I definitely hear the music louder than you guys do because I didn't want it to be too loud. Yeah, you do play all the time. The fact that you're always on during the day, that's crazy for me. I always thought you were East Coast or something. Yeah, I'm East Coast. That's why I say that. 10.7 mil. Yeah, I'm glad this seems to be going well. I was really more interested in getting the tech up and running before we start like a real serious moment, you know, like KVK stuff. But let's we're gonna make a swap here. We're gonna switch my gear to my Richard. Let's do this. We will call it, I guess typical gear is the name I'm using. That's fine. I'm gonna run a Richard QSH for now. Yeah, that's impressive, Frank. I gotta be honest. I totally never would have guessed you're not American. Not that it matters, but oh, I didn't. Oh, god damn it. That was so stupid of me. Oh, you guys just watched me swap everything over to my Richard just to swap it back with my preset. That was amazing, wasn't it? That was what we call talent. Pure talent. This I won't change. I can't be bothered. That's fine. So let us do this now. I need to choose Richard QSH. Sure. I hate doing infantry for this because it's gonna be slow, but it's fine. This is just like totally trying to get survivability while I'm teching up and just not really paying attention. Oops. Okay. I also don't want to leave myself without too many speed ups. That's like another concern of mine. You can see we are a very creative kingdom with this lovely coalition name. Good job, everyone. I assume must be an orc idea. Good job, orc. I don't know. I assume this is the main coalition. We usually are coalition leads. So We'll just keep grabbing our speed ups. It's funny, you always feel like you get so many speed ups doing tech and with the bundles and everything, and then you use it all in KVK. You end up with nothing. Like I think I went up like 30 days of speed ups with all the pop ups. It's all gonna be gone very soon, guys. Very, very soon. Probably after zone 5, I'll definitely be out of my healing, and I'll probably be down to like 800. What about our two co-hosts? See you in the chat there. Oh wait, I didn't look at the other name. Oh god. Oh god, I'm almost scared, Empress. That's pretty normal, no? I don't know what that means. Am I being dumb? That's okay. Hopefully I'm not being dumb. Let's see, are they all in like individual ones right now? Of course it's orc idea. Yeah. Why would it be anything but an orc idea? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Empress, I'm saving it for after the stream so I can make a video on it. Because if I do it now, I'm not going to commentate it properly and all that jazz to record it and edit properly. So I also don't want to have to put like a 2-hour stream into into my editor because that would suck for me to edit down. That would be way more work than I want to do. So, but yeah, so with that said, though, we are going to be getting a ton of speed ups of probably focusing on healing first. Well, definitely healing first. Sorry. I'm definitely doing healing first. It's a question if I overstep what I've been told to do. If I do more than the good exchange rates, I may. We will find out shortly uh, after I make that video. I shouldn't, right? We all know I shouldn't. Try this. But let's see how long. I don't think we have any fast builds or anything for forts, which is a little bit of a shame. But yeah, I don't expect to be on any leaderboards. But as long as we are... Oh god, home game. I really don't like Sunset. I'm a Sunset hater. Don't hate me though, because I can't stand Sunset. They did say they were going to add some new ones, but it doesn't seem they're in yet. I think that was in a patch notes. But that's fine. It's not like I have any currency to buy it right now. And then the next thing to look at is stratagems. So, I know very little about this. I will be researching it greatly and making a video on this. I will also be stealing the information that our lovely King Empress, or Queen Empress, I don't know, whatever you want to be called, posted. So I don't even want to click right now, because all that's going to be done in a video and researched. It's fine. But yeah, so let's take a look now that some more people have came into this at the rankings. All right, so we got big ol' piggy here, 3074. This is a camp meet. Look at this. Most units killed, 112 million, 68 million healed. Some nice nice photos here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I wonder if this is like a bigger player than I know. That's a lot of likes. 67, damn. But yeah, we got some cool powers here. If you look at kills, I'm way down there. Yeah, don't look at that. You didn't see it. I'm kidding. But yeah, you got 50 million. Damn. Or 50 billion. 3406. Is that an enemy? 3406? It's hard to recall. I can check quick though. So that top one person that we just looked at is actually in our ally Mercia, the western camp. So that's cool. Kind of wish I was fighting him. But at the same time, he's gonna have max tech and max marches and all that and wreck me, so I'm not complaining too much. Can't complain that bad, right? Keep pushing this. I never used to use helps, but now it's like, why wouldn't I use helps? I can exchange my speed ups. And I made sure I got my Ceroli crisis done before because everyone knows I'm not going to do it after. I'll get that. Did everyone see this? I know there's not too many of you that are probably in SOC, but I'm very curious to the opinions here. Good night, Frank. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Appreciate the pings. Yeah, for those of you that are in SOC, what do you think about this? I have an interesting take on it that I also got some input from other creators, and I think Furious was the one who talked to me. Or not talked to me, but posted something in response to what I said. Basically, I have a very harsh opinion. I was like, why is this in the game? Oops. I basically was saying, why is this in the game? This is totally useless, and it is partially useless. But as Furious, which is a content creator, if you guys don't know, he's more popular than I. He's the 365 drama guy. But if you, what he said to me is it's all about that new feature, the gem supply auto march thing. But I totally didn't think of it because I am not lucky enough to have it. And so since I don't have it, I kind of didn't even consider it. But it kind of makes sense. Why did they add a formation that's all about marching towards, all about more, oh my god, I can't talk. All about marching towards barbs simply because they added auto killing barbs. So, makes sense. Is it good? No. Should you invest? No. But that's just kind of what they did. Now I am taking about 250 sevs. This was similar. No, this is less. Alright. So maybe I'll make a switch back in a bit. I mean, let's be honest, it's such small numbers, it's not a big deal right now. But once I start doing tens of thousands of barbs, it is going to be a big deal, so I will make that change. I will also be, I would be very curious what other people are using to chain right now. I've got a Richard, what was that? Richard QSH on the field right now. I could do ZL, I could do YSG, any of those. I did also debate if I wanted a Xeno, because, you know, you get all of our healing. Don't think that's better than a Richard, though. You know, I have some options here. Got a handful expertized, right? I was saying earlier I could do Martel with that talent, but I don't think that's better than a Richard. Yeah, it kind of does go back and slightly contradict, so I'll clarify my Richard hate video. Because yes, I hate Richard. Yes, you shouldn't get Richard. But like I said in the video, if you are going to be chaining a ton, you need someone to chain with. And so if you're early KVK 1, getting Richard and not having VIP 10 or 12, it's a bad investment. But if you are Maggie, like if you are on my restart, you would be an idiot not to get Richard because you're chaining at least 4 hours a day probably, right? I mean, Maggie has a disgusting amount of barbarians killed. It's something similar to this main. Let's see. Like, well, not this, right? I've been around for years on this account. She's been around for 2 months. But you know, 5.8 bill is nothing small. I have to change some of these. I'm a huge fan of Xeno. I love Xeno's drink thing. I think it's hilarious. So between this and this, you will undoubtedly see me spam these in KVK. Because I think they're hilarious. Yeah, I'm not keeping this. We're going to swap this back. But I do wonder if I swap out the Xeno, if it would do better. Or sorry, I said Xeno. If I swap out the QSH, it would do better. Because QSH is really strong for Home Kingdom chaining. And I would imagine it's good here too. But this is my first time trying it. So we'll see. But I also don't have Crystal Tech yet, as you clearly know. So that's something that could be playing a role too. Let's see if I put this on. Let's set you. Perfect. Alright, nice. That's all set. So yeah, that's a lot to heal, unfortunately. That's fine. Yeah, it's funny for new players like Little Tiny Lou was here earlier. I don't know what else I could call him, but Little Tiny Lou was looking at my billions of resources and saying, "Oh my God, it's billions." Yeah, that'll all be gone probably by zone 5. And then, I have some other farms with resources, but I also have my bag, which I will be going into. This needs to be at 5. Let me take a look at the upgrade path again. But yeah, I've been starving for content, and part of that is all going to be here in. Oh, so now you're telling me to do this, but part of that's all going to be here, right, in KVK. So I'll have fighting content. I'll probably have garrison content, rally content. I will definitely do a video. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get it up, if not the next day, on this event, One Man's Trash, Another Man's Treasure. I will also be doing a video on probably Home Gang. I hate it, but probably Home Gang. Definitely a video on stratagems here. But I have to research it a tiny bit more so I can properly advise you guys. And yeah, I think that's about it as far as planned videos. God, I hate this. I gotta ask if there's a way to switch that. I do have, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, I have access to the ROK creators stuff because I am a partnered creator. I am the lowest tier, but I am a partnered creator, which is very exciting. I've literally been, my channel has been in existence for 2 months. I haven't posted anything before that really. So 2 months, I'm partnered. I'm at almost 300 subs as of last I looked. I should open that just out of curiosity. But, I don't really think you can ask for much better in 2 months. I've, gotten almost 300 subs. I've basically given myself an opportunity that didn't exist previously. And just super excited. I don't know what else I could say. Just really grateful for the opportunities. Really grateful that I did dive down this endeavor and that people are here. People are here to support it. The views, the comments, all of it's been very, very, very appreciated. And I'd like to think that I can provide a lot of content that you will benefit from as well, especially newer players. You've probably never heard of half the things I'm showing off here. You've also never seen a proper fight, a proper KVK. And so it's going to be super helpful that you get to see us kick ass in this zone and beat up East Anglia here, the biggest kingdom, biggest camp in our KVK. You get to watch us fight them. You get to see what a good, teleport nest, a little hive. That's the word I'm looking for. A teleport hive looks like. You get to see what farm filling is. You get to see all these things that you'll be doing once you're in KVK, once I'm in KVK fighting with you. Part of the beauty of our KVK here is this KVK will end before ours begins. And so I don't have to split my attention, which I was concerned about. I will be honest. I didn't really do my due diligence. I did not know if I was going to have to choose between my main and my restart. But no, so that KVK 1 that I'm in on the 3873 account, that'll end right that'll begin right after this KVK is really over. So you can see here 49 days, 22 hours, and I'm out. That's something like I don't know, what is it? This is past 9. So Zig is right here. This is Zig. So roughly, here, maybe here, KVK ends, which is probably about 2 weeks earlier. So it'll definitely not overlap, which is great. But yeah, we're just kind of chilling right now. Very excited about it. If anyone has questions about my account or about, allies or enemies, anything, I'll gladly answer. Welcome to the stream, Jeff. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just kind of chilling right now. Just got this to 25. Oops. Just got my mine to 25. Crystal mine or research 25. You missed all the bundles, but you know, that's okay. Just grabbing the bundles. I wonder how many gems that got me. Clearly got me some minor amounts of VIP. But, yeah. I'm good. I'm good. I keep talking about it, but the lack of bundles on my restart has made me so happy to be grabbing all of these. You know, now I'm up to, what is that? Oh, I crossed the line, 50,000 gems. This KVK is a huge, huge KVK. It is 5 kingdoms per camp. King of all Britain. So I've only played this this KVK once. I also have to kind of research because there's no graphics. So I'm gonna reach out to support for creators, because as I keep saying, I am a partnered creator. So I'm going to reach out to the partner program and find out if I can get that. Um, I would imagine they don't have that, but it is what it is. This is so cool. This is all new. But yeah, it's all right. I just kind of hope that I can figure that out. I'm very used to the new graphics, and so this is a little ugly. Um, that's okay. That is okay. You know what? Let me reach out right now to creator support. I can just do it quick on Discord. Um, so all right. Sorry about that. Welcome, welcome. 73 is good. 73 is I could swap over there in a second if you guys want to see a little bit more of the restart. Or you guys, what king are you guys from? Are you the 69 crew that was messaging? The 73, 74? Show whatever you guys want to see, so let me know. Right now it's just kind of a wait and see game in terms of pushing my tech. Got thousands of days to burn through. So let's do some of this. Yeah, do you guys want me to swap over quick? I could hop right back to the restart for 10 minutes or so. Got to do some reset things, so it's not a big deal if I do have to do that. I guess I'll do this first. Ah, so you're 69. Gotcha. Nice, nice. Yeah, there was a few people comment. It may have been you, I don't know, but commenting on a recent video of mine that I didn't see before, so that was cool. I always like seeing the new kingdoms, right? It's cool to see the variety. Yeah, let's swap over. Ooh, what was that? Was this here a minute ago? Sorry, I could have sworn this wasn't here a second ago. Oh, you're 74. Nice. Jeff, so I am free to play on my restart, the account in 73. This, not there. I am free to play on this, and I'm a big spender on the main account. You know, just for the moment, let's throw this out there. You know, this is my restart, right? Or sorry, this is my main. I just did this. And then let's hop over to the restart really quick. Show it off. Oh, you're in the Civil War? Nice. Oh, you're on CH. Yeah, that was a mess, huh? I mean, you guys saw the video probably. That one did pretty well. Thank you guys for being in Civil War. Did great content for me. But that was hilarious watching all that, watching the swarms of like using Sarka, and I think they were trying to loot the city, but it was just dumb. That was hilarious. Super funny stuff. Oh, Jeff, they had this little civil war where it was just total mess in 74. It was hilarious. Yeah, it's figured out. I mean, listen, you may say that now, and I believe you, but we'll see what happens. You know. I mean, I was a king. I led a jump project back in 2811, but I know how these things happen. So that's good. I hope it does stay calm. You know, if you guys get anything out of this live stream, oh look, so this did pop up. Oh, this is the expedition thing. That's cool. I love this event. But if you get anything out of this live stream, it's that I'm here for a fight. So I would really hate if you guys did a big split up. You know, I do expect you guys to lose some people just because there's definitely expectations. 73 was a project, yeah. So I actually wasn't part of it, but nice 8-hour speed. I was in, what was I in? I think 67 or something. Just like a total random, decided one day to make this. And then I found the Invictus project, which is the name of our thing. And so I decided to join along. But it's great. I love it. We really are strict with activity and stuff, which is great. So like you could see, for instance, I gotta remember not to go into chats. Sorry, it's like a thing I gotta do now that I'm streaming. But they kick people that aren't active, and so they'll join back, right? But they didn't perform in Alliance Mobilization, and so we said, all right, get out of here. And we're also super united, right? It's completely United Kingdom, like more than I've ever seen. So they did, you know, the same sort of thing where we are sending people back and forth. Top 1, top 2 doesn't really matter here, which is beautiful. It was the type of thing where we got a few migrants in, a few big spenders. I'll show them here. Like for instance, King just came. This guy just came. Just came. All these people just came. And with them just being new, they naturally, you know, you join top 1, right? But our kingdom was like, hell no. You're going top 2, and then, oh, you're going top 1, etc., etc. So why is our kingdom power low? It's a mix of two things. One is that, yes, you have people hoarding speed ups. You know, I'm a free-to-play, right? I don't have much. But for instance, you can see I have, you know, 141 days as a free-to-play, which is quite a bit as a free-to-play. It really is. So that's one thing. There's a couple other people, like I know one of our big free-to-plays that God damn, I gotta stop opening this. Sorry about that. One of our big free-to-plays that I featured on the free-to-play advice video. I think Joel, could be someone else, but they are similar with a couple 100 days of speeds as a free-to-play. I think Cookie, just the crazy person Cookie has I think something like 3 years of speed ups. He should be going 100 mil for Zenith. He has, I believe, over 2.5 million gems right now, so that's cool. Free to Gamble is waiting. Noose is waiting. They'll all be tier 5, obviously. But no, 74 is strong too. I'm not trying to be ignorant to that either. But we're strong. You're strong. We've got some big pushes coming for sure. We have a lot of migration coming in. One of which I'm going to make an entire video on. I won't be talking about it until it happens, because I don't really believe in talking about things till it happens, because things change at any moment in this game. So that's kind of my take. I'll run this event quick. I actually quite enjoy this. Whatever. Just throw this down. So yeah, I did take a look. I have a account in 74, just City Hall 8. So you guys do have some new whales. I did see a couple big guys, but there is I won't talk too much, but there should be at least 200 to 400 million power coming in to 73 within the next 10 days, I'd say. So, or sorry, 10 days? Probably 10 to 15 days. I think it depends on the Kingdom Age, so, of when they get their pass rewards. the beauty of being a member, right? I used to be a king, so the beauty of being a member is I just get to enjoy the rewards of our king's hard work. So they figure out the migration, I get to enjoy to make content. Oh, new players that became whales. Yeah, we have a couple of those. Cookie is not that new. He is a little bit new. He's had a couple accounts to my knowledge. But Noose, for instance, is a new whale. Very nice. Love him. Great person so far. I haven't talked too much to Free to Gamble, who's our second biggest whale. But all these people, like, they get tons of advice, and you know, anything they ask for is kind of answered. And I think one of the best things that I keep mentioning for our kingdom, and you've seen in all my videos, is that they have a kingdom first mentality, right? So even if they are active, even if they are not understanding something, we will walk them through, or we will, you know, send them to this top two if top two's slacking on spenders, that is. So we keep it nice and balanced. But after this, I am going to go back to the main. As much as I do love this kingdom and love all this, I do prioritize the main. And I did just enter KVK, guys. So can't be slacking. Excuse me. But yeah, soon I should be getting on the whitelist for streaming in this game, which will let me put a marker blocker as well as a chat blocker. So yeah, 74. I mean, you guys have the power. You guys, for those that don't know, like Jeff, you probably don't know this. 74 kind of suffered from a situation where multiple projects went into the same place, and so they tried to. I don't. My understanding of it, at least, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is that they didn't really have it figured out that well, and so they tried to basically coexist, and it culminated in just some big egos coming out and whatnot. You know what? I'm gonna keep chaining. I'll clean that later. But because of that, and because of having multiple projects of, you know, different interests, different characters, I think that bubbled up. Whereas we were just one big group that came in together. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. We'll see if they fight for king. I mean, I think Philip here, based on what he's saying, would say no, but I don't. I don't know if I believe it. We will see it. I'll believe it when I see it, I guess is what I'm saying. I do one there just for the just for this. Yeah, Russian, Turkish, and Asian American. I will say that, you know, in the, how could I say this? I've had some very good experiences with Russian players, very good experiences with Turkish players, and very bad experiences with both them. And what I mean by that is in leadership. The players, almost always, they are lovely people, lovely active fighters. Especially, I've had some really great experiences with Turkish players. You know, shout out to my TC crew back in 2811 days. But I've had some great experiences with both players. Really bad experiences with Russian leadership. That goes back to my 2603 Kingdom days. Don't think I've even mentioned that on my channel yet. But one of my earlier characters is 2603, besides this character here that I'm on right now. And I absolutely had a horrible experience with the Russian king. But that's, you know, ages ago now, and not worth going into. I'm sure you guys have figured it out a bit, but all I'm saying is I totally get the translation issue. I totally get there are opinionated people, and that does take a little bit of navigating sometimes. So, I mean, you see the same in any nationality. I've played with some of the most annoying people I've ever played with in this game are American. So definitely doesn't say everything. I think people in general just can be very annoying sometimes. Um, and it definitely doesn't help that the Google Translate this game uses is questionable at best. Ooh, hello. I wonder if I can beat this person without maxing my QSH. Not sure. Maybe I'll wait to see if they get hit so I can try and steal that gold head. Ooh, hello. Let's leave that there for now. Yeah, I do agree with you, Philip. I think you're totally right. I think a lot of times big egos don't really sort things out without respecting each other, and that's something that could only be done on the field in a way. So I get that. Which KVK is most fun for me? I'm a huge fan of Tides. Um, the problem with Tides is that I literally just played it, and this entire kingdom just played it. So we were kind of like needing a fresh air. Welcome to the stream, Prince. But yeah, we were needing a breath of fresh air. We literally just did Tides last KVK. We won the KVK, but it was fun. And to my knowledge, I came for that KVK. That was my first one here. To my knowledge, they said they did like 3 Tides in a row pretty much. So now we're in King of All Britain. I've only done it once. I'm not a fan of Zone 5 here. I'm in Kingdom 2877. But I'm not a fan of the Zone 5 because, well, I do love big Zone 5s, so they're long fights. This is like this entire space, pretty much this and here, all this is like utterly useless. Like, you can, I guess, back for it into this if you just want more teleport space and land, but like I don't see the point in it. I think the design of the zone is crazy. Who's asking for scientists? Come on, guys. We're in SOC. I know you can trade speeds, but like, come on, show your spender spirit. But yeah, for those of you that are just joining me now, you did miss a little bit of my spree. As you can see here, for those of you that were here, you got to witness it. Something that I don't get to do on my restart very often. But yeah, this is my KVK in Kingdom 2877. It's a 5 kingdom per camp KVK. Don't know if that means much to you guys, but 5 kingdoms per camp is pretty crazy. Just turned up the music a tiny bit because I forgot that I lowered it. But yeah, so that's something. And I believe the Zone 5 fight we have will be September 11th. So I will make sure that I have a live stream posted for that. I'm debating if I want to do pretty regular live streams. Nah, Jeff. The whole point of the whole point of the 73 restart is to be free to play. Um, Plus, I have VIP 18 here, not even 19 yet, so I'm still working on the whale life here. I mean, I'm not even good enough to be a rally garrison lead here. Master Spartan, this is my what's it called? God damn, I keep saying the wrong thing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm quite tired. This is my main. My main is a spender, right? You see all these bundles. I maxed out the pop-ups essentially, but my restart is a free to play. My restart, which is right here, is free to play. So I just was on it, so I'm not going to go back on it for a bit now. But yeah. Philip, as a free to play, will you get fighting in KVK1? I heard most free to play work behind the whales. I certainly intend to fight. I don't see why I would not. Um, I mean, I certainly intend to. I have practically a 5-2-1-1 Martel from the tavern, which is insane, but I could show it if you don't believe me. That'll be in my restart series video whenever I get around to that. Um, Let me take a look at something. All right, sorry about that. Just have to look at Discord for a second. But yeah. So I think I'm doing well here. What did Prince said? I'm in three KVKs, my 120 mil inf, my 90 mil cav, my 40 mil KVK2 account, all at the same time, different KVKs. Oh my God! Good luck to you. Jesus Christ. Three KVKs at the same time. Good luck in your requirements. That's crazy. That's wild. I was worried about having two KVKs at the same time. I'm only gonna have the one, thankfully. That he's gonna die. That's fine. Philip, any useful info for KVK1? Never got to that point. Also a new player. Um, I think my advice is going to largely depend on your spend level. So, did you say if you're free to play? Let me look up. Uh, I'm not sure. Philip, are you? Oh, you said as a. I don't see. Philip, are you a free to play or a spender? What level? And I'll answer differently based on what you say. But Jeff, as far as farms, assuming you're talking to me because you said 74, I actually only have one farm in 73, which is really, really bad. I've got just this farm here, so that's not good. But something I'm working on, right? I mean, like I keep saying it, and I want it to be very clear. I am a main first character. I am an SOC. My power affects matchmaking. KVK is important and big, and SOC is the biggest place for it. So I'm not going to, have five farms on my restart and start slacking on my main. That's just my priorities. Um, but yeah, that's just kind of it. Yeah, Prince, that's great that you have people that let you do that. I don't think many kingdoms I've been a part of would. I wouldn't have back when I was a king. I'll tell you that much. But I mean, if you're hitting requirements, who cares, right? That's good enough. I know. Trust me, I'm well versed in KVK. I know the resources and all that jazz. So I'll figure it out. Don't worry. Even if I have to, kill my bag off or something, it's kind of fine. I mean, that account isn't really meant to be a long term account. It also will be a very strong one march account. Is kind of the plan for at least KVK1. But Philip, as far as what you just said, you're 14 mil already in 74. What would I say as far as advice? Um, I think the best advice I can give for KVK1 is to learn what positioning is. And what I mean by that is, I don't know. Let me see if I could find a KVK to show this to you specifically. Oh, Keener Blades. This may work out well for me. All right, let me see if I can show this to you, Philip. So the biggest thing to learn is positioning, and it's something that's very difficult for new players to figure out. Oh, let me just solve this lag really quick. And what I mean by that is things like this, right? This guy somehow got himself caught out. That's probably going to be like 100K in his hospital because he was in the wrong spot. What you'll want to do is it's essentially a back and forth gameplay. That's kind of how ROK is. So you're gonna poke into a ball and then back out of a ball. Um, this isn't a good example because again, this isn't a ball fight. Maybe I can find one. Hmm. One moment. Is that the only fight in this KVK? Is it all safe zones? No. Alright. So I'm not sure. Let me see if I can figure this out. But Philip, are you? I assume you're probably an active player. So have you played Ark of Osiris yet? Because one of the biggest things, like I keep saying, is positioning. You could learn a little bit if you're doing ball fights as a arc strategy, like going for the center arc rather than structures. That's not a murder ball. That was like a tiny little fight. But I was looking for a murder ball, yes. Um, Unfortunately, all the like crazy big kingdoms and big KVKs, they're all entering KVK right now, like I am. Oh, maybe I could find one here. But I'm looking for a murder ball, and essentially oh, it's called poke gameplay. That's what I'm thinking of. So essentially, what you look for is you like stop in, stop out, stop in, stop out, and the reason you do that is to avoid taking the brunt of the damage. Like this guy's just eating damage. He's not even hopping in cities or anything. Um, oh, so you didn't get a real experience, but it's unfortunate if you do, after the stream. Oh, we can watch a rally. Oh, never mind. This is like a fort rally or something. I don't know what that's doing. It's bay bars. You don't rally with bay bars. But after my stream, I would highly recommend taking a look at either some of my videos that have gameplay in the background, or going to say Chadsky or some big streamer that has a lot of past KVK gameplay and looking at their ball fights that they've done. And you'll see they're basically going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because they are basically trying to poke. You deal damage, you do instant procs, that type of thing, and then you pull your marches back before they can get too much aggro. And if you do get aggro, you're pulling their marches into your ball where everyone can basically safely hit them. It is something that's like way easier visually understood, but unfortunately both KVKs right now aren't something I could show that off with, and I can't even show it in an exhibition. So, but yeah, so ball fights in general are just all positioning, and that goes for all KVKs. But yeah, that's just kind of the trick. I don't know. I think positioning is the best thing I could say. Besides, obvious things like don't over focus on trying to get 3-4 marches or something crazy in KVK 1. Yeah, I bet they were. I mean, you probably saw a marker that said ball, or that said even gather, or something along those lines. Um, and that basically is telling you, hey, everyone group up in a tight little ball here, and then you're going to try and push into another group in a ball. And it basically makes it so you're doing 10 versus 1 march many different times. That's the goal. Um, but again, this is all very, very visual. You know what? Let me see uh, if I can figure this out for you. Okay. You know what? We're gonna do this. I'm just gonna do some very weak marches, just so they like survive for a second, and I'll try to show this to you. You're 14 mil. You have 60 days. So, well, first off, let me do this. So first, I don't know if you play PC or not, but you'll see, or hear. I don't know if you can hear my mouse, but I'll group my marches so that they stand on top of each other, and this means that I don't fan out like this. And you'll see I go close. This is where you hear march speed being important, because you see my marches separate. So I'm now in a tight ball, and I hit all at once. And you can see I don't fan out like this. Instead, I'm hitting one guy, and my AoE will hit the same place. And then if this was a ball fight, it'll be something like this, where I'm like trying to pull their marches, then back in, then pull their marches, then back in. But this is like a terrible example of like this isn't a ball fight. Just isn't. And I'm still learning that new strategy that people talked about where you can like group your marches and they'll auto hit. I don't know exactly how that works, but it's pretty neat. Then yeah, this is the fanning I was talking about, right? And that's why you want to group up your marches. And then this is also where march speed is important, as I mentioned, because what'll happen is you'll get disjointed. So you'll notice my cav when I do ball fight, and if you come to my streams, as you should, my cav will take a lot of damage sometimes because they'll be faster than my infantry, which will be slow and coming up in the back at the end. So just something to keep in mind. March speed is more important, but more important than march speed is making sure your marches are similar speed. All right, let's all right, you said you're 14 mil, low spender, going to siege 25. I have way more speed ups. You have like 60 days. Yeah, but see, you're not being you're not remembering things, right? You're 14 mil. My restart is 5 mil. So the reason you have that many more is because I haven't pushed anything. If the second I try and catch up, I'll be like 7 million power and 50 days of speed ups. So don't worry about that. As far as figuring out how many speed ups you want for KVK, um, it depends on how many marches you do. I think a very safe number, at least for like SOC, for instance, what I mentally do is I say if I have 100 speed ups per march that I'm planning to use, so I use 4 marches right now, so 400 days. That's probably enough to get me through KVK. If not, I have more. But for KVK 1, it's a tough question. I mean, you'll be strong, right? And if you're only doing 2 marches, something like 100, 150 days is probably enough to be safe. Um, so you may want to plan that accordingly. Also, if you're new, I'll just say this because I hate seeing it. Don't waste your healing speeds in arc. Don't waste your healing speeds in arc. Huge waste. I hate when people do that. Jeff, what commanders am I going to use? So I am free to play, and so I strongly want to do. You know what? Hold on. I am free to play, so I really want to do Sun Aethel, but the problem with that is I have a 5-2-1-1 Martel from nothing. Yeah, so 5-2-1-1 Martel from literally nothing. Uh, I'm terrible at this. I gotta be honest. I'm so bad at sunset type stuff. Hey, Star. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I'm so bad at this type of stuff. But you're doing Cav, doing Mina CC, and for Inf, you're doing CM Sun. So Philip, should I advise you or should I tell you the wrong thing because I'm going to fight you? I'd love to tell you the wrong thing. Should I tell you the wrong thing? For those of you that just hopped in, Philip is in 74. I'm in 73 on my restart. We'll be fighting. But I have to advise you because you're here. So don't do CC. Mina CC is a terrible, terrible idea. Do Mina if you can do YSG. I mean, if you've spent enough to be 14 mil, you probably should be planning to get YSG maxed. So ideally, you do Mina YSG and CM Sun or CM. You know what? That's fine. You could do Mina YSG, CM Sun. You could do Mina Bay Bars or Bay Bars, CM Sun. Star 073 person too. But no, Philip, you definitely don't want to do CC. Um, and I'll talk about it for you. And the beauty of being on my main, right, is you have everything, pretty much. So, buy bars. You see how he does 1,000 damage factor to 5 enemies in a fan, right? And March speed nerf, and I just talked about how important that is. Um, so yeah, 1,000 damage to 5 enemies in a fan. Why is this good? Let's look at something like, what do we have here? Let's talk about I don't know, Arthur. Why not? Well, Arthur's complicated. Let's do William. So you'll see he does 1,500, but what almost every AoE does is they reduce by 15% damage per target. Bybars, if you notice, doesn't have that. And so when we talk about something like CC, he's doing, well, I have museum buff, so I don't know if it's 1,400 or 1,200, but let's say 1,400 damage to one target, and he, Bybars, is technically doing 1,000 damage to 5 targets. So yeah. But yeah, Philip, Mina Bybars, CM Sun is totally fine if you want to do that. Um, I can't complain about that, so that's fine. Could always go something with Aethel, but CM Sun, Mina Bybars, very safe, strong. Mina's great. Love Mina, especially KVK 1. So, yeah, it's a good plan. But I am surprised to hear you're not considering YSG at 14 mil. Um, but maybe you have a different plan in mind that I don't quite understand, which is totally fine. But yeah, who? Anyone else join? Let's see. How is Mehmed? So Mehmed is a really good commander, but the problem you run into with him is um it's not something you're gonna invest in, right? Because, what are you gonna use him for? Especially you. I know you're not a sender, so relax. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I mean if you get him passively through the tavern and he's passively 5-2-1-1, that's great, right? But yeah, don't invest gold heads in Mehmet. Don't do it. You want to see my Aethel? Why? What's up with him? Or do you mean on my restart? Is that what you're referring to? I'm still on my main, but and I will be for a minute because I do need to keep working. But yeah, what do you want to see with my Aethel? I could show off anything really on it, either account. Happy to happy to show things off. Yeah, not playing for 3 weeks definitely is a killer. Not gonna lie, but it's not like you can't bring it back as a, you know. Well, I don't know if you're free to play. I don't remember, but you can bring it back. It's just gonna take a little bit more work. Definitely a lot of chaining, I'd say, which you may or may not want to do. I know I wouldn't want to do it. 40 barbs. Oh, hey, someone killed a tier 5 unit. But yeah, Jeff, what Aethel do you want to see? I'll show whatever. I don't quite understand. Little fish. Yeah, little minnow. You can use Aethel. I mean, I think what I'm likely going to do is, yeah, that's what I think I'm doing, Aethel Sun. That's probably my plan. So, I don't think I could win. I mean, I obviously can't see his gear, but let's see something. Yeah. Alright, yeah, but yeah, I'll be doing Sun, Aethel as well. The only thing that's really throwing a wrench in my plan is my Martel is literally 5, basically 2-1-1. So I could do a Martel Sun. I could do, if I'm Psychopath, I could try for 2 marches, but I won't have resources for that, so I'm not going to. I'll just do, yeah, you know what? Let me show it off. Fine, you're so insistent. You think Mina CC is better than Mina Baybars? That's crazy. That's a crazy take. Mina CC is better for dueling, Cactus. That's fair to say. You're welcome to say Mina CC is better for dueling. Mina Baybars or Baybars, whatever, is so much better for. Oh, what was that? It's so much better for field. It's not even funny. But this is my current Aethel. Let me see if I grabbed this. No. So you can see. I mean, I feel like for free to play, for someone who's not like chaining every day and really pushing, I think it's quite well. I mean, but I don't know. Cactus, I'm curious. Are you in 73, 74, 69? What kingdom are you in? 'Cause I've seen all sorts of kingdoms in the comments and whatnot. But, ooh, hello. Now, I don't know if tech is counted in this. Because if tech's counted, I'm probably just cooked in all of these. But that's okay. Oh, what did you, Jeff, what did you want to see on my Aethel? I could show it off here. Oh, that's what I was doing. But yeah, I could show off the Aethel. 2 heads. I'm getting close to 5511. And I'll keep working on to 5515 next. Actually, we'll see. I don't know. At least 55 first. And then this is the Martell I keep talking about. 5111, but we are pretty close to 52, as well as, again, I didn't get any MGE, and it's this good. Oh, the skill tree? Well, Aethel's not my primary. It's just barbs. I just use Aethel as a barb, so I don't care about this, Jeff. It'll be secondary to Sun if I do that, which is currently like this. But I mean, you know, this isn't something I'm stressed about. I've got time. Hey, Oob, welcome to the stream. I'm just hopping on the restart. We're about 2 hours in. Should probably check that I'm still using copyright-free music. Uh-oh. Don't think I am. Uh-oh. That's awkward. Uh-oh. Guess I was streaming a little longer than I thought. Alright. Good night, Jeff. That's a little awkward right there to end there. That's fine. Well, it's alright. It's not like I'm monetized. Who cares? It's okay. If this gets demonetized, I don't lose anything. That's hilarious. Totally didn't expect that. Let's do this. Alright, now we go back to main. I do have to prioritize the main content, as I keep saying. It is the most important to me. But I am debating if I wanted to publish this stream afterwards. I would be curious. Does anyone want to watch stuff like this back? I mean, I know now and then I've even played stuff like Chiskule's stream for just the music. Before I made new playlists, I guess. But that's something that I don't really care. I mean, I could publish it, I could not publish it. I've heard a mixture on how that affects your channel, so. Yeah, Oob, welcome to the stream. Oob is someone from my main kingdom who's helped me a lot with different things, different ideas, especially. Yeah, I guess I could publish it. Guess there's not much harm in that. Someone took my gold head. Damn it. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, I have no problem playing it back. Or running it back. The only thing I did here is that it can mess with your watch time stuff because, you know, this is a 3-hour stream. Some people aren't going to stick around for 3 hours, right? They'll hop in quick. Oh my god, is there like nothing good going on right now? The only person who had legendary one was way too strong. Welcome to the stream, Eternal. Yeah, whatever. I'll do this later. At events, whatever. It's fun. I do enjoy it. I'm glad they added it. That wasn't around back in the day for me. But yeah, we're kind of just chilling right now. For those of you that are just tuning in, I maxed out the pop-ups. I grabbed them all. So now I'm just kind of hanging out, upgrading, showing off my restart on 3873. Talking about my KVK and the matchup in 2877 here. And yeah, that's kind of the situation. Oh, see, I can do that. Thought I had to do this first. Yeah, if anyone has questions or comments, whatever, I'm happy to field them while I'm live. Don't know if I'm going to be streaming forever here, though I certainly have no intention of stopping right now. But let me just deal with something quick. But yeah, I mean, I did pop-ups, you know. Now I'm just kind of hanging out. Well, I don't know about... Oh, did I say 3877? It's funny, the numbers are pretty similar. 3873 and 2877. And I cannot stop messing that up. Keep saying the wrong numbers. Yeah, we'll grab another barb. But this stream may be a bit shorter tonight because I want to change some things. How confident am I in 73? I think that as far as 73 goes, we're very, very stable. And that's such a strong point because basically any migration you bring in, they're going to want to stay, you know? And I've also heard a lot of really good things about migration. I 100% can confirm that we have a couple big whales as well as ooh, that's hilarious. I should start doing that. I will say 77. Yeah, so as far as 73 is concerned, we have a couple big whales coming in that I know are confirmed. We have a really big merger happening that I think is more than confirmed. I mean, they're actually in our Discord. So, you know, I've talked to their R5 and stuff, so that's cool. They're chill. But I don't want to talk too much or anything until I have seen it actually happen and the migration actually happens. Again, talking about 73 here. But I will be making a video once that merge happens. And yeah, that's going to be exciting. Eternal, where are you from, out of curiosity? No, well, it's not a merger as far as, you know, the new story goes, if you know what that is. It's not a actual merge, because that's a new thing, if you don't know. That's a thing in SOC now. But yes, it will be a kingdom merge, and it's super exciting. I don't know if it's a merge as much as you would say 73 is absorbing a kingdom. So that I can confirm is happening. As far as who the kingdom is, I will be... I don't know if... I probably could announce it, but I'll let my R5 there decide that. I also will announce it and make a video once they've actually migrated in. But yeah, as I showed off earlier, we have a couple big people. Oh, Eternal, you're from 77? Oh, stop. I gotta stop opening this. What is your name in 77? Is it Eternal? I don't know why I don't know this. Maybe, are you a new migrant? I can't keep track of this stuff. That's embarrassing. But anyways, yeah, so it's all very exciting in 73, exciting in 77. We definitely have a good KVK on our hands here. Was that? Oh. We have a good KVK on our hands here. Fighting the strongest camp first. Presumably, they should come this way, so I don't know why they would take a safe zone. Star, you're in the Discord, right? You should know about the merge. I mean, You are in our kingdom. So I assume you know. But that's okay if you don't. I mean, you're a super farmer? Well, I expect resources then. I will screenshot that and I will send a resource tax your way, Mr. Super Farmer. But yeah, so we're just kind of chilling right now, waiting on my tech to get the helps it needs, which I kind of keep forgetting that I have to do my tech. There we go. Oob. What are you doing, Oob? I forget, Oob. You're going low spender, right? You're like 25 bucks type thing? Oh, I didn't realize, Star, you were in INF originally, huh? Yeah, that was that one original native kingdom or native alliance that didn't really stay around, which honestly probably was so healthy for us because it kind of let us form properly. I don't know if that makes sense to say, but okay. Oog. Did yeah, I gotta reach back out to that person that we talked to soon. Increased damage and crystals. Yeah, I'll do this first. Oh, there's another pop-up. I didn't know that. Let me see something. Yeah, we'll do it. Oh, Citizen X. I think I saw that name. Well, I hope it ends up being a 3 versus 1. I mean, the thing is, 74 is stronger than us. That's the truth, right? I mean, I don't sugarcoat anything. Right now, 73 is in not debatably stronger than us. I keep saying the wrong. Oh my god, I hate talking about these kingdoms. Right now, 74 is indisputably stronger than our kingdom 73. That's just the truth. But if we do get the migration we're told we're going to get, the people in our Discord that say they're coming and, have been hanging out and talking every day for hours, why wouldn't they come? But assuming they do come, yes, I think it's very likely that happens. If they don't come, 74 is going to be stronger than us. It'll be, 2v2 probably. But that's fine too. I mean, either way, as long as it's a good fight. 74 right now has, what, 2 tier 5? Gonna have 3 shortly. We have 1 tier 5, about to be 3. Our main whale is going to hit 100 mil in Zenith. So all these things are kind of compounding effects for the restart. The more we push, the more you're going to push, the more you're going to push, the more we push. I don't think either of us are really going to let the other slide. Isn't it cocky of me to say a 3v1? Yeah. I mean, guys, it's a game, right? We're allowed to be cocky here. The same way that if 74 stays the way it is, they should be out. Oh, excuse me. The same way that if 74 stays as strong as they are now and continues, they should ally almost a dead kingdom because they're that much stronger than us. Is the same way I say that if we get a entire kingdom merge, which seems likely, we should 3v1 because likely you'll have a couple dead kingdoms in there. You'll have 74, which is going to be strong, but it'll be the only meaningful kingdom. But yeah, again, whether it's a 3v1 for us or a 3v1 against us, whatever it is, it's going to be a good time. I think it's okay to be cocky. People that get upset about things like that in this game, I kind of, I think you're losing the plot that this is a game, right? We're all here to have fun. We're here to just stay up all night, spend our money, have a good time. So, Star, what are you referring to? with 74 and 72. Is 72 even in our KVK? I don't think they are, right? Isn't that the kingdom under us? Yeah, 72 is not in our KVK star. So you just said 74 and 72 randomly? That's okay. They're not in our KVK, but that's okay. I don't know. It's all good. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it is a game. I definitely take it seriously in the sense that I try to win, but I don't take it so seriously that if someone, you know, throws out a, hey, we're going to 3v1, I'm going to be like, no, you're not. That's crazy. Because at the end of the day, I don't care that much. Let's just like have a good time. Drama in this game is so common and all over the place. You know, I may or may not make a video on the insane drama that happened doing the Diplo of this KVK. There's a reason it took over 5 days to figure out who's fighting who's allying who. That's crazy. I mean, that's really long. But I don't know. I don't care for the drama anymore. Back when I led a jump group and I was king for forever, that was fine. I'm tired of that now. So yeah, strongest in 76 is 37 mil. Yeah, I mean, that's obviously low for what our kingdoms are right now, but I think that 76 is the weakest in our group, I believe, currently. But we'll see what happens in terms of 75. But yeah, you are correct that it is usually 2v2, but the big thing in KVK 1 is you always get dead kingdoms nowadays. Even when I led 2811, it was my kingdom, which was like 7 tier 5 crazy rising star, versus 2809, which was also a rising star with like 110 mil whale and a couple other tier 5. And then their ally was like completely dead kingdom. It was 2812. They had like a quarter of everyone's power. So like, yes, was it a 2v2? Yes. Can you call their ally a real ally? I don't think so. Like, my ally, even though it was a weaker kingdom, 2810, they were way better than 2812. And to that point, I give 2809, my enemy in my first KVK1 on that account, my king account, you know, I give them credit because they gave us a run for our money. But yeah, I mean, even on my main last KVK, we had some campmates that, you know, you call them your campmates, you call them your allies. We're all kingdoms together. But they were not it. They were just not it. Welcome back, Philip. Talking about allies, and in our KVK, I was talking about how we've got a big merge coming through with kingdoms and stuff that I'll go into more detail on soon. But yeah, there's a lot of exciting things coming. For my 73 restart, as I try to learn the kingdom numbers. Yeah, at some point I need to open these. I don't really have a plan. Oh, I could open these now. Oh, did I grab? Oh, so much to do, guys. Oh, I didn't buy this yet. Look at that. So this is something that you won't see in earlier KVKs. Oh, see, I don't have a 15. I didn't realize that. Thank you. So, Oob, it's funny you say that. I wasn't here 2 KVKs ago, so I don't even know what you're talking about. Grab another one for the list. What happened here? Kidding. Am I worried about overcrowding? So, I don't think so, because our kings kind of knew this was going to happen. Turn the music up. Tell me if you want it louder. I can make it louder. Alright, we'll leave it at that. Tell me if it's too loud or too soft or whatever. So our kings kind of foresaw migration. We kind of knew for a while it was going to happen. It just, they're waiting on rewards and stuff, the other kingdom. And so we are going to have 3 alliances set up in Zone 3. So I don't think overcrowding will be an issue in terms of too much farms type thing. Because they organize that well in Zone 2. I think that it'll be fine in Zone 3 because KVK 1 is meant to have at least 3 alliances. It's kind of not a real strong kingdom, I suppose, if you don't have at least 2, right? So I think the difference is pretty negligible between 2 and 3. Ooh. What were the pairings? I didn't even see. Mulan. Okay. Yeah, I gotta work on my marches for this. But this is one of those things that I'm gonna do a lot better once I get... Oh, so they have tech. I didn't even look at that. Yeah, they've got all this tech. I'm not even gonna try this. I won't win. That's fine. I won't waste an attempt. But yeah, anyone have any last questions? Because I think I may take a quick break from streaming. It's been a really long stream, and I'm actually very happy with how this went. See, someone's chaining here. What are they using? QSH and what? And Richard as a secondary. That's interesting. That makes sense, but that's interesting. That's not what I did. I probably should have done that. But yeah, I'm probably gonna take a little break from stream. I've got very busy weeks, so I'm gonna try to do... I really like streaming. I actually really like it. I like the interactive style. So I think I'm gonna try to do more of these that are just like, hey, stopping in for 2 hours, let's stream. Whoever wants to come in, I'm live, let's go. And show the gear. I did show it off. I'll show it off again, and then after that, I think I'll take a quick break. So this is my main set right now. It's my cav. And then next we have my infantry, which a lot of this needs work. I do have some saved up. I also was debating refining this or iconic, but for now this is like a cheap good item, so I keep that. I've got my archer set, which I'm working on. You can see I've got the KVK helm. I'm waiting for the weapon to replace that set. This will be swapped for the pendant, but I haven't messed around with my presets. I'm definitely going to be doing a stream for before past 5, before my war starts, and that I'll be like setting all this up, talking about my armaments, setting all those up. But yeah, so this is my second cav gear. Again, I haven't done any of my iconics. I have 3 more that I'll awaken before the pass opens. But yeah, I've got so many gear sets. This is my wall. Don't really use this much. Don't take any rallies. Or, you know, my kings would kill me. So this is my wall. This is a engineering siege march. I don't do any siege marches. Don't know why I wasted my materials and gold, but that's past me issue. So sorry. I believe I have some leadership gear for sunset. I have a couple of random gear that's not getting used. Should probably figure out a way to use this or dismantle it. So that's a future project, for sure. But, you know, all good stuff. And then the last 2 things I have are my barb set and just a flag. That's it. So yeah, mainly, you know, you got my main cav set. That's all my gear, all my stuff I could show here. I think my next priority is keeping up my archer set. I really like archers. I'm a big fan of it. So cav and archers is kind of my account focus. But yeah, with that said, if you did like this stream, definitely do subscribe, because I'm going to be doing a lot more. Probably some more that are less, you know, focused like this was. A lot more that are just like, hey, I have time on a random, you know, Thursday, want to hop in a stream, and you're welcome to come. We'll chat about whatever, like I did today, field any questions, that sort of thing. So yeah, if you enjoyed this stream, leave that like, subscribe, and I will see you in the very, very near future. Take care, everyone.